Okay, so President Trump getting impeached once again. Exciting. The media just couldn't, they missed. They missed Trump so much. Their ratings certainly missed Trump so much that they were like, how can we get the ratings back up? How can we talk about our favorite subject, our favorite person we'd love to hate? Oh, we can impeach him. And so that's exactly what's happening right now. It is just a show. I feel like it is very unconsequential. It's very unsubstantial. The Senate has voted 56-44 that the impeachment trial is constitutional and that it should proceed. Obviously, there's a lot of disagreement on that. The 6 Republicans that voted with Democrats were Cassidy, Collins, Murkowski, Sass, Romney, and Toomey. Not too surprising there. For Trump to actually be convicted, there would have to be 67 plus votes in his favor, which is unlikely. The Washington Examiner is summarizing the impeachment trial like this. The vote to proceed with the trial means it will continue for at least a week. So that's what the vote that said that the trial is constitutional did. The trial is going to continue to go on. Democratic impeachment managers will present evidence that Trump provoked the January 6th attack on the Capitol. You guys know we've talked about this many times. I have been very clear about my stance on the Capitol and how it was wrong and how it was bad and how I believed that Trump could have been more responsible in his rhetoric and that everything that he has pushed or everything that he did push in the months after the election in some cases just wasn't helpful. At the same time, that can be a very slippery slope of saying someone incited violence, incited an insurrection, without them actually explicitly saying the words and actually explicitly encouraging people to use violence and to storm the Capitol. It is a very slippery slope trying to accuse that person of inciting violence. Like, you can see the consequences of that, right? Of basically saying all kinds of rhetoric or talking about election fraud in general, that is all an incitement of violence, an incitement of terrorism. Please, if you are on the left, just put the shoes on your feet and think about what it would be like if you had an unpopular opinion or you were stating what everyone thought was a conspiracy theory, but what you believed is true. Like, for example, the Russian collusion conspiracy theory. Think about if you were held liable for any violence or any, quote, insurrection that was supposedly motivated because of something you believed. And I mean, we can look at that. We can look at a lot of the rhetoric of Democratic lawmakers and Democrats in the media who carry false narratives about racialized police brutality, in particular, in some cases that they jump the gun and they say that a person was unarmed, for example, when he wasn't unarmed, that then incite the kind of chaos and violence that we've seen in cities across the country. How would you like it if you, say, reposted some kind of false narrative surrounding a police shooting, or you have pushed these false narratives that are propagated by groups like BLM, and you were held liable for any violence that was seen as a consequence of that speech? Like, that would be a problem, right? You see that? How we really need to take a step back and think about the repercussions of saying someone incited violence if they did not explicitly incite violence. Like, we have to have a very firm definition of what that actually means.